week. But not only him, afterwards we will have the first JA Impact Award winner. But what the JA Impact Award is all about, I'm going to tell you with Dave, and I'm going to bring him on today on the show, and we're very excited to have him every single week. Hi!
Morning.
Oh, bless you!
That's a great way to start.
It's true. Welcome, David. You know, you're like jumped right in, pretty much.
As easy as it is, an honor and a pleasure to be here. So excited about 2-Minute Drill, but more importantly, always excited about Junior Achievement Worldwide, Junior Achievement University. Anything I can do Junior Achievement, I'm excited about.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. And for everybody who doesn't know you, you are actually also JA alum, right? We have a lot of new viewers on our show today. And I would love for you to explain a little more on like how you actually started your JA journey, right? Which has been a long time already, and we're very grateful for it.
Oh, yeah. I grew up in San Diego and out of trouble. My mom put me in, and my first was a banana split in a ice cream cone. And later on, this became a very popular thing in America, more Sundays, but a waffle cone. But it just goes to show you there's a million great ideas out there. What JA taught was how to market, how to make money from it, how to build a business, and how to give back and help other people do the same. And here I am, 53 years old, 40 years later, and just blessed to be a part of not only Junior Achievement, but to give a Junior Achievement Impact Award on my new hit series, 2-Minute Drill, hour-long, Bloomberg, Amazon Prime, distributed all around the world. And we're teaching people, so only pitch, only show, $50,000 of cash and prizes, plus donation to, of course, Junior Achievement.
Yeah, we are very grateful for all your support, and especially the collaboration on this incredible show I mentioned right before you jumped in. And for everybody who's watching now, you actually have the chance to be part of season 3. So we had season 1, we had all the winners here on Instagram Live, so you got all the tips and tricks behind the scenes. We're doing the exact same thing with this series on season 2. We're going to get all the Impact Award winners on the show. They give us a peek behind the curtain, obviously tell us everything about their business. And then, Dave, for everybody, maybe they didn't watch us last week live, can you explain to everyone a bit more what the JA Impact Award is all about?
Yeah, sure. And I'm also blessed, just so people know, please apply to season 3, because we speak about Junior Achievement Worldwide. Many other countries are licensing and joint venturing 2-Minute Drill. So we're working on a variety of different 2-Minute Drills all around the world. And the Junior Achievement Impact Award is to take the best pitch that is relative and relevant to impacting the world, sustainability issues, equity, inclusion, all the type of things that we want to encourage people. I wrote a book called Passionate Capitalism, and that's what the Junior Achievement Impact Award is about. How can we be great entrepreneurs, innovators, capitalists, but do it for a bigger or higher purpose? And so the winner every episode, someone that not only has extraordinary business pitches, but also has a great impactful pitch that will change.
That is incredible. And we're so grateful for all your support, and also for all the materials and everything you do, especially for the alumni community. So before I have to kick you out, Dave, right, as every single week, I would love for you to share where people can find you, how they can connect with you, and especially also where they can find the amazing resources.
Oh, yeah. Well, make sure you watch 2-Minute Drill on Amazon Prime and Bloomberg. You can find me. You can email me directly. As you know, as a Chancellor of Junior Achievement University, all my content is free. David@dmeltzer.com. Exercises, guides, templates, and my books. David@dmeltzer.com. Courtesy of Junior Achievement. And I'm blessed to be a part of this. Blessed to know you. And there's no better place to be out of every week than the JA World Live. Enjoy Michael Quinn, the winner of our Impact Award. Tell him congratulations for me. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, you too. Bye, David.
Sarah, take care. Oops.
All right. So this was David Meltzer for everyone. We're very excited to have him. He has an insanely busy schedule, and we're so grateful that he takes the time every single week to come on with us. So here on the screen, you can see the first guest was David Meltzer, and the next guest is Michael Quinn, and I'm going to bring him up here on stage. So bear with me 1 minute to request him up on stage. And for you guys, go to the link in our bio. You can find all the information on 2-Minute Drill, on the past season, on this season, and how you can apply for the next episode. Here we go. Hi, Michael. Welcome to our Instagram Live.
Thank you. And this is actually my first time ever being on Instagram. So thank you for...
I mean, it looks great. Everything was smooth. You have the perfect background, right? So you're a pro already.
I'm trying. I also had a good coach, so thank you.
So for everyone, this is Michael. He is our first J Impact Award winner, and you just heard from David what the Impact Award is all about, and we obviously want to know who you are and also what you do with your business. So please go ahead.
Well, so I'm a retired Army Sergeant Major, U.S. Army Sergeant Major. I spent 24 years in service, and when I decided to get out of the military, I realized it wasn't going to be as easy as I thought it would be. It was actually the hardest year of my life.
Wow.
Trying to figure out what's next, what career I was going to do. Nobody was hiring sergeants major. So I luckily ran into one recruiter at a big job fair after sending dozens of resumes, going and talking to all these companies. And one recruiter said, connect with me on LinkedIn. And so I did. And I realized there was this incredible tool that enabled me to network all around the world, build relationships, find what to do, have people open doors. And I found my success. And then I realized there's a lot of other people that didn't know how to do it. A lot of other service members, veterans, military spouses that were having career issues and did not have that mentor that said, connect with me on LinkedIn, or maybe weren't as comfortable using the platform, reaching out to strangers and asking for help in our veteran community. So I found my success. I worked for a year at a small federal IT company as a director of workforce management. I moved on to work at Ernst & Young, EY, one of the most prestigious consulting firms in the world.
Yeah.
But I don't look like an EY consultant on paper.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I have a BS degree in liberal arts. Everyone around me had an Ivy League grad degree. But I was hired there as a senior manager because I built relationships. I met partners that saw talent and brought me on their team. And so now, while I was at EY, I also built my own business, Hire Military, where we help service members, veterans, military spouses kind of transition effectively into the private sector, find the right career. And we also help companies reach that veteran, service member and military spouse community, because a lot of times there's a lot of great talent, but the recruiters don't really understand what that means. So we end up talking past each other. And I'm sorry, one quick story. I had a retiring sergeant major. We handed the resume to a leader of a very large company that she was looking for somebody. And she said, looks like HR, not the right person, whatever. I said, please, just talk to him. Mm-hmm. That same day, she sent me a text, hey, home run, he's amazing.
Wow.
And it really is just about having those conversations. So that's what Hire Military does. Sorry, too much, but
no, I'm just like more of the stories. I'm like, I'm like zoomed in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to know all those stories. Well, first of all, thank you so much for sharing this, and thanks so much for bringing up this important topic, right? Maybe a lot of people who watch who might not be in the US, they might not even know that this is an issue, right? Depending on the country you're coming from, depending on your military, like how everything is set up. But as you said, it's like you have been in the military, and then what do, right? You can't you're not like at an age where you actually retire on you're like, okay, it's the last whatever years, and there's so many years left. And this is so important. And what you said, I think, is what JA does all across the world. It's all about the network, right? It's about who you know. It's about stepping outside your comfort zone, talking to the people, building this community on wherever it is, right? If it's in arts, if it's in whatever, EY, consulting, if it's in entrepreneurship, doesn't matter. But this is so cool that you're doing this. And we would obviously also love to know, for how long have you been doing this?
So I retired from the Army. I left the Army November 1st of 2017.
Hmm.
I got on LinkedIn about a year prior to that. So we're almost at 5 years on LinkedIn. But because I've done exactly what you said, Jay, is about, I've built my community.
Yeah.
I'm just about 300,000 followers on LinkedIn, which is a large number for LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And what's exciting about that is it's not random. It's my community. It's people that are interested in what I have to say that, you know, in a large part, I'm interested in the things that they share, so that the world revolves around relationships.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you can build trust with your community, then you can achieve anything. And I think that's where programs like GA are so important, because you can open doors. And getting an opportunity to be on the 2-minute drill next season.
There we go. Yeah.
Look, I'm here because of it. So.
Yeah. Awesome. You just mentioned 2-minute drill. Everybody's very curious to know, like, how did you get in? Like, how did it all work? And how was this, like, it's kind of a TV show, but it's not, because you were like at home, right? But it's kind of aired on TV. So we want to know all the things about 2-minute drill.
Oh my God. So I literally the week prior saw a military spouse post that she just filmed on it.
Oh, it was, hold on. Was it Nikki? I think it was Nikki.
It might have been. But I saw it on LinkedIn. Hey,
yeah.
And I'd never heard of the show. So then I started watching it. And then I went to the website and they said, we're looking for applications. And so I just emailed and they're like, hey, we've got a spot next week. You know, we'd like to do with your story. And we had to work on some times and everything to make sure it worked with my schedule, because it was really tight. But yeah, it was that quick. And then suddenly I'm recording the 2-minute drill from the comfort of my own home, which, to be honest, I would have rather been where they are.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Filming it in the studio. But the actual show itself was pretty easy to do. I mean, so they sent me a link, they did a video check, but you know, you have to do all of that in advance. They do some pre-interviews in advance, and then, you know, they talk about the show, and everybody has to get their makeup done and all that stuff. There were all the really, really important people have to get all set up, and then you have to sit through each person during. So I listened. I would have rather just done mine and not heard anybody else.
Oh, you had to listen to like all of the. Oh my God.
Everybody else is. So that's in there, and then, you know, it ended up taking me I think it was about 4 hours to film, and for me, this was my worst. So I'm excited to be here, because I think that was my worst interview ever.
I mean, I don't think so, because, you know, like, maybe for you, but for the judges, it was amazing. So you won the award, right?
I guess, but I for 4 hours practiced in my brain the pitch against a watch. And so by the time it was my turn, I had it memorized.
Oh, no.
And so there was really one. I haven't watched it, so I can't watch myself on TV. But I watched a clip and then turned it off. But I didn't have the emotion as much as I thought I should. I didn't really have a chance to engage with the audience as much. And, you know, ultimately I didn't hit that time. So that was my thing, is not practicing too much. And then the other part is I didn't have an ask. See, my business was already doing well. I wasn't really focused on winning $50,000. I wanted the relationships with the judges. I wanted to reach a large. To me, that held more value. Although 50,000 is really nice.
For sure, yeah.
But I did not. I should have still asked for it at the end, because it is called the 2-minute drill, and it is about a pitch, right? So there was no pitch. It was me just telling my story. So thus, I did not win. But hey, I think based on what I watched, I probably came in third or fourth.
That's
if amazing. I myself based on everybody else, they were all great. So
yeah,
and it's a learning experience.
I mean, this is amazing, and I hope this encourages everyone who's watching to like just email or just send that DM. Actually, in the first season of the 2-minute drill, we also had all the J Impact Award winners, and it was the same story for everyone. They were like, I just reached out, right? Or some people knew David because of something else, or they knew someone and they're just like, well, we just asked. I mean, if they would have said no, well, that's fine too, right? But it's all about this, like taking this first step and just like ask. And
Yep.
because if you don't ask, who should they, why should they, get into your LinkedIn, find you, and then invite you? That's not going to happen, right?
Right, right. No, I think that's a life skill. You know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, I think they say. So if you don't ask, if you don't become known, then you're not going to find the opportunity. You have to kind of be a hunter in a way to go out and find what you want. And the worst they can say is no.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. And so what we also want to know from you is, where do you want to head with your business, right? So we talked about how you started it, the 2-minute drill show, but like, what are your future plans? I mean, that's a very big question, right? So whatever you want to share.
Yeah, no problem. So in the first quarter of this year, we already exceeded our revenue from last year, all of last year.
Wow.
So I think it's important for people to understand a lot of businesses don't really start to become profitable until about the third year. And that'll go into other things we can discuss later. But so we surpassed last year in the first quarter. We've expanded our operations. So not only do we do these things called the DoD SkillBridge internships, which are the program for the United States Army that allows service members to go work at a company for 3 to 4 months full time while they're still getting their full military pay and benefits.
That's amazing.
And the company doesn't have to pay them. So
makes they can like both test it. That's amazing.
Right. So the company gets to bring the service member to kind of test them out, a free test drive, and the service member gets to figure out if they want to do that. And there's no money required by the company. So we help place service members in those opportunities. We've expanded to direct placement, helping companies hire service members, veterans, and military spouses. I think a lot of people don't realize that military spouses are the most economically disadvantaged group in the United States, because they move every few years to follow their spouse. And so it's hard for them to keep a truly portable career.
Yeah.
So 24% unemployment right for military spouses. So with military spouses, and I have a lot on my team. And then we built a training program, a certification credential program called the Digital Networking Professional Program, that actually trains people how to use LinkedIn, how to create a profile, how to grow their network, how to engage with content. If you don't join the conversation, you're never in the conversation.
For sure, yeah.
And so we've been teaching that to our community as well. So it's been big, it's been great, it's been exciting and very busy.
Awesome. That sounds great. And we can't wait to, I was always joking with everyone who was on 2-minute drill the first season that I'm going to interview them 1 year after again to like see where they, what happened. And, most of the people are serial entrepreneurs, right? So maybe this is not your last thing you're doing, or you're constantly, obviously when you're an entrepreneur, you're constantly doing other things too, or make it bigger. So we would love to, we're excited to welcome you in the JA family, and we will watch you, right? And we hope that we can, when you talked about LinkedIn, this could be really cool for the alumni community if also they want to learn more about how to use LinkedIn, because it's the platform for your career, no matter where you are in the world. So we're excited to have you in the family.
I'm excited to be there. And I spend a lot of time sharing tips on how to use LinkedIn. I also have a Higher Military YouTube channel that has videos for people that want to learn how to do these searches. But I'm excited. Hopefully next year it's not my second time on Instagram Live.
Yeah, we hope so, right? We got to put one in between so it's your third time. Awesome. And to end our really quick but very, very cool Instagram Live with you, I always ask the guests to give like 1 to 3 tips for aspiring entrepreneurs, because you are in it and you started it yourself, and everybody can learn so much from you. Yeah,
no, this is a great question. So my first advice or tip is to bootstrap, right? The entrepreneurial life looks glamorous when people make it big, and realize the iceberg now, what's happening under the water. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of failures along the way. There's a lot of financial insecurity that goes along with being a successful entrepreneur. So I tell people, if you can, work full time and build your business for the first year to 2 years. And that does one, it gives you the financial stability to make the decisions you want to make for the business and maybe even invest. And two, you'll know if you really, really want to be an entrepreneur. Because if you do, you'll make those 2 full-time jobs work. And I did that for the first 2+ years of Hire Military.
Wow.
Number 2 would be focus on your brand, your relationships. A lot of people focus on the company, and they don't realize we buy from whom we trust, right? There's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Get on our mobile devices and look up all the competitors and everything else. But at the end of the day, if I trust Sarah or I trust David and they have something cool, I'm going to buy from them. So for a lot of entrepreneurs, I tell them, if you have an established brand, like as an individual, if you've built trust in that community, it's going to be easy for you to sell. And that's been a key for us. We did not have to invest in outbound salesperson or inbound sales at all because people came to us because we already had that.
Yeah.
And then the third part is surround yourself with the right people. First 2 years were great. We did fantastic. We were growing fast. But it wasn't until I brought in a business partner that understands the business side of it. That we were a bunch of people, great ideas, very passionate about what we do. But it took someone who really had the business chops that really could start talking about projections and pipelines and all the different processes to make us truly successful. Those are my 3 tips.
They are incredible. And I'm always joking that hopefully everybody has like a notepad, right? Writes down all the tips and tricks because guys, you get those for free on Instagram with like amazing people like you. And we're so thankful that you took the time, right? I'm sure your schedule is very, very busy. We're very grateful. And congratulations again on the JA Impact Award. I'm sure this is not the last time we see you, your company with JA together. And yeah, for everybody who is watching today, join us next week. We're back on Thursday, not on Friday, Thursday, with the next JA Impact Award winner. And make sure to follow Michael and everything he does, especially on LinkedIn. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Bye.